I used to stay up all night trying to find my place, chasing neon lights and looking for some kind of trace.
Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I am excited to be here with you guys and sharing in what an extra $550 mortgage payment, principal only payment, will do to my mortgage and how it compares to the original amortization schedule that I printed right after we got the mortgage. So let's go ahead and kind of dive in and look at the numbers. Okay, as you can see here where we left off, the month of June, the first of the month's payment for the mortgage has come out and I have the new numbers and I am very excited about this. It's just so cool to see how far advance you pay in your amortization schedule based on what the new numbers are when you pay a principal only payment to your mortgage. Now we do a $550 set every month principal only payment in addition to our regular mortgage. The only way our mortgage would fluctuate is if the property tax values, whatever their calculations, change and we need to put more money into escrow. The homeowner's insurance is in there, the escrow's in there for property taxes, and the mortgage itself. So this is what my mortgage balance was at the end of May, and that is my beginning balance of June, and that was $255,210.38. Okay, so what went to principal, what went to interest? Now, as far as interest goes, that doesn't affect the calculations here. I just like writing what the interest was so I can see and compare and contrast what it would have been originally and how that fluctuates. So the original interest, or the not original interest, but the interest that I paid this time was $1,273.93. I'm checking my notes over here off to the side. And so that was the interest, but that doesn't calculate as far as beginning and principal and the new balance. Those are the three numbers that you total together. So I'm going to subtract the principal. The principal actually for the regular payment without the extra $550 is $283.89. That's out of the mortgage payment. They only lower the principal by $283.83. Now, because I do a principal only payment, on top of that, that's $550. Now it's going to drop the principal payment, or not principal payment, but the principal, it's going to drop the mortgage down by $833.83. So that is the principal that went to the mortgage. And that's, not zero. And that's so much better than just the $283. I mean, just, it's, once you really break down how much you're putting into something with the interest and separate those out, especially something like on a home loan or a car loan or anything like that, it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. I'm like, I don't understand. This is not, it just doesn't seem fair. So they get their money up front and they don't care if you actually pay it off. So at least that's what it feels like. So my beginning balance is $255,210.38. And I'm going to take $833.83, giving me my new mortgage balance. I'm going to check my notes. $254,376.55. So this is my new balance on my mortgage. $254,376.55. There we go. That is beautiful. That is so beautiful. I am so excited about that. Having it drop that much is so amazing, and I'll show you why. I'm going to move this notebook. I'm going to leave that number on there, and I'm going to show you where we are in the amortization schedule that I originally printed back in November, I think. So I hand wrote October up here, which was our first mortgage payment, and what our starting balance was, but after that was everything else. So as you see here, I got June 2023. We're going to highlight this together. It's my husband's favorite part of my budgeting because he loves seeing the mortgage drop. It just tickles him to death. So I'm going to pick a different color for the month of June. And I'm just going to kind of highlight that right there and just put a little check mark in it so you know that's June. Now I've already paid up to, in May, I already paid up to March of 2024, and those are the numbers right there, and that was the balance. Now the new balance is 200, and I'll zoom in just a little bit more. Hopefully you can see that. So 254,376.55. So here is the closest number to that without going under, I guess. 254,371. And then, yeah, that's not far enough. So on average, I'm in jumping 3 months ahead every month. So for the month of June, we have this. Now, the neat thing about this is this puts us out until June of 2024, a year later. Not only is the rest of this year already done, but half of next year is done. So I'm looking at this going, wow, okay, this is June of 2023, and we just paid all this amount in total balance here all the way to June of 2024. Okay, so this is where we are right now in the month of June. I am very excited about how far advanced going from here to here and just paid up an entire year in advance in these amounts. It will basically brought my balance to this point in time, not so much these exact amounts, because I'm paying extra. It changes how much interest I'm paying, and it changes how much principal I'm paying. And I'll show you what the actual schedule, the calculator, I should say, when I did the calculations in the bank account. This is the calculations I had. I added $550 January 1st of 2023, and I did it monthly, and it's going to save me $153,026 in interest overall. So those small amounts of increments of interest I'm not paying now are going to grow bigger and bigger to the point where it accumulates over 15 years in this amount. And so I'm paying my mortgage off early by 165 months, which is excellent. And instead of going out to the original mortgage date, which was September of 2052, I'm going December of 2038. So that is a huge difference in what the difference is in paying your mortgage and adding a principal only payment. I am so excited about this mortgage payoff journey, just seeing how far it has pushed out where our mortgage is compared to where it would have been if we just paid it like regular. I'm already in June of 2023, which is amazing. June of 2024. I read this number over here, and it's June of 2023. I'm already a year ahead of schedule, which means the small amounts of difference in what I'm paying in adjustments in principal and in interest are going to add up over time. Now, I don't have all the calculations and how to show you how to make the calculations. This is just an amortization schedule, but I can show you a calculation of the mortgage when I first started doing it, and it'll tell me the totality of what this is. So I have my notebook here, and I want to show this one page. It's the very last page of my amortization schedule. And in order to get it to zero, it would be September of 52. If I don't add anything to the principal extra, it would be September of 2052 to pay it off. That is, I want to say 19. I'm a 70s baby, so I'm just like 19 this, 19 that. Those are the years I remember the most. These 2000s really tripped me up. So 2052 is unfathomable to me. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And to be paying a mortgage that late in life, I just couldn't do it. So when I did the calculation with my bank, and I've showed this before, but I'm going to show it again for those who have never seen it before. I printed out what the bank had told me, and this is what it said. Again, I started this in January of 2023. I automatically do an additional payment of $550. I do it monthly. It's all done for me, and these are the savings I am looking at with my mortgage. You can almost buy another house with this. A small house, depending where you're at. It, depends on everything, but inflation, not much of a house now. $153,026. Who wouldn't want to save that kind of money? So that is why our big financial goal is to pay off the mortgage early. And instead of having it all the way out to 2052, we're going to have it all the way out to December of 2038. And that's when my husband and I, he turns 65 that year, and I will be 64. And yeah, that's a perfect time to not have a mortgage, especially if you're already in your forever home. And that's when you really should accelerate a mortgage, is your forever home. Any mortgage you have, you should accelerate, because if you can pay your mortgage and have cash in your house when you sell it and you move into another one that is your forever home, then you're paying mostly cash for it. And if you do have to have a mortgage, it is small. So that is always good. It's always good to pay down the mortgage, because that's highway robbery if they're keeping this much money after 30 years. I'm like, I just don't even want to think about it. I just don't want to think about it. So I just could not do a 30-year mortgage. I made myself have a 15-year and get it paid off in 15 years. And this is the perfect time for me and my husband to do that, as long as we keep up with this $550 principal payment, which I think we should be able to do. And the Lord only knows for sure. So I do love this schedule. I love that we're paying it off early. It just really is exciting to me. And it definitely is exciting to my husband, because every time I show him after I film this video what this looks like, he's like, oh my gosh, we really jumped that far? I'm like, yeah, we really jumped that far. So this is amazing. And I encourage anybody who's got a mortgage, I don't care where you are in your mortgage, just print the amortization schedule wherever you're at, and just start paying down the mortgage with a principal only payment. You got to check with your bank and see how that is possible, and make sure you can do that. And just writing these numbers down, I mean, it just makes me happy to write these numbers down. I just love it. Absolutely love it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
Lead me out of darkness, give me a little faith, something to make me stronger, someone who could light the way. Then you came to me and you gave me reason. I almost can't believe it.